Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new. My name is Storm and this is Storm Fit. So on my channel the other day, I actually got a comment and I'm gonna read it to you because I feel like when you first get started, it's very, very important to know how to create a plan that works for you. And Cindy Sue said, I really want to start lifting on my own at the gym, but I don't know how to begin. Like, how do you structure a workout, or how do you know how many reps to complete, etc. I am a total noob. Maybe a video on how you come up with your workouts each day would be really helpful. And I can remember when I first got back into the gym, like how stressful it can be to kind of design your own workout. Truthfully, there's so much science out there. Literally everybody has a different opinion on what a workout should look like. So many people are very scientific about it. It's just not me. Like, honestly, I'm the type of person, I want to get into the gym, I want to lift heavy, I want to get out. So I'm just going to tell you from my point of view what I do and why I do it, and not try to tell you what you should be doing. I just feel like everybody's bodies respond different to different splits and different types of workouts, so there's not like a one size fits all in fitness. There never will be. I feel like the first thing you need to do when you're trying to sit down and create your very first fitness plan is you need to figure out what your goal is. It's very important because everybody's gonna have a different goal from you, and if you go and you try to match your workout to somebody else's when you guys don't have the same goals, it's not gonna work out for you. So you have your goal, right? How many reps you decide to do is completely up to the way that you like to train. 3 to 6 reps for strength, and then it's like 6 to 12 reps for muscle growth. When I was training in the beginning, and I'm not talking about the beginning this time, like ever since I've been in California, I'm talking about training in the beginning when I first got into fitness. All I did was the 8 to 12 rep range, really. I never trained for strength, and since I've been training the way I train now, where I train like 6 to 8 reps max, like I usually fatigue by 7 reps, but that's how I know that's exactly the rep range I should be in, or the weight that I should be in, because I fatigue at 7. Ever since I've been training like that, I've seen just a tremendous amount of growth all around, and I feel like it took a lot less time than it used to, and I feel like it's just been something that has changed my perspective on how I should be lifting. What I do is, like, say I'm, you know, working glutes, I'll do like a compound movement, so a movement that like really like activates my legs first. Like I'll do a squat first, like something I can go really heavy on, and then I'll go into an exercise that isolates more of like my glutes, like a hip abductor, or I'll do like a banded like kickback or something. My specific reasoning for doing that is to burn it out completely. Like, you want to literally burn your muscle to the ground. So I'll get on squats, I'll lift as heavy as I can, I'll get really pumped, I'll get all the blood into my muscles, and then I'll turn around and I'll do something like a banded, you know, kickback, or like a donkey kick, or like a fire hydrant, and I'll do that for like 20 reps just to fatigue that muscle, and then I'll hit it again with some really heavy compound movement. And I feel like that's what works best for me, is like kind of intermixing the two. I try to stay away from heavier movements where I have to do many reps, just because it fatigues my joints. I don't necessarily want to put, you know, 185 or 200 pounds on a squat bar and do that for 12 reps, because I'm gonna die, and there's not gonna be a lot left inside of me after the 4th set of that to go and do every other thing on my workout regimen for that day. I'm also someone who needs to be like doing things really quickly in the gym. I don't like to like really fuck around. Most of the time when I get in there, my headspace is like, oh, I just took pre-workout, I have my BCAAs, I've just done my warm-up, let's go. You know, like, I'm not trying to like sit around and do 1,010 sets of the same thing over and over and over again. So I try to keep things that are like really heavy, really short and quick and to the point, and things where I have to like sit and kind of be in myself and use that mind muscle connection. I try to keep those to where the 20 reps, I'm really feeling it the entire time. I know there's a lot of people that do 1 muscle group per day, per week, and that's a decent way to start out. That's how I always start out, to be honest. I know a lot of people that want to do like full body workouts when they get back into the gym, because they just want to feel everything. So they'll do a little bit of arms and a little bit of legs and a little bit of core, and that's cool. Honestly, I personally train abs every single day. I'll have like a specific designated ab day but at the end of my workouts, I always train abs because I feel like if I go more than 2 days without a pump in any of my muscles, they just look smaller. I feel like less put together, and that's like dead honesty. So I try to hit like an upper body day and a lower body day, like heavy, every other day. Because if I don't, I feel like I'm getting like weaker, or like I don't look right, because the pump is like gone. When you kind of take a look, and I'm not gonna get all scientific in this, I already told you I'm not trying to break this down like a personal trainer for you, but when you're talking about making your perfect regimen, you have to remember that there's like different muscles for each category. So when you're doing like glute specific exercises, or when you're doing quad specific exercises, there are different movements of the same thing that will target different parts of your quads, if that's making any sense. So like, take a leg press for example. If you are familiar with leg press, then you would know you sit on this little chair, you put your feet up, and then you push the weight back and forth, right? Simple. Now, a lot of people don't realize that when they're doing that, they're targeting different parts of their leg just by where they place their foot on the press. So if your legs are higher, you're going to be activating a lot more of your glutes, a lot more of your hamstrings, because when you push that weight, that's what's going to take over usually. And if you place your legs more together, like close together, you're going to activate more of your different positions of the same thing can activate different parts of your muscles. So that's where you're gonna have to do research and figure out where you really want to be defined and what kind of muscles you're really trying to push. All of my compound movements, like my squats, my glute bridges, my hack squats, my leg presses, I'm gonna do all of those 6 to 8 reps max, heavy as possible. Unless I'm working on like form, or I'm really trying to dissect the movement for whatever reason, I'm going heavy. If for whatever reason I'm doing one of these heavy exercises and I'm not feeling it where I'm supposed to be feeling it, I will then drop the weight and I will do a couple more sets. Any other time that I would drop the weight is because I want to burn out my muscles. So say, like we go back to what I was talking about earlier, how I'll do a heavy compound movement and then I'll go into like some sort of like isolation movement to where I'm doing more body weight exercises, but it's like fatiguing that muscle, so that when I get back on whatever I was doing that was super heavy, it's like more fatigue. Almost it feels like you're breaking that shit apart. If I'm not feeling that, then I'll drop the weight down, maybe like 20 pounds, 30 pounds, and I'll just fucking push it. I'll do that. Say I'm doing a hip abductor, I'll do 20 of a hip abductor just to burn it out, or I'll do as many as I possibly can until I fatigue and I can't go anymore. Those are like the only times that I'm gonna drop that weight. So I don't know how long I've been sitting here talking. I kind of feel like I'm rambling, but let me just sum this video up really quick. Know what your goal is. Make sure you know exactly what you're trying to work out and why you're trying to work it out. 2, know that there are different muscle groups inside of the same muscle. You know, like I was saying, your quads have different, like a couple different muscles in there. Your hamstrings have a couple different muscles in there that lead into your glutes, which have a couple different muscles. And there are different exercises out there that will target each and every one of those muscles to make your leg or your arm or your back well-rounded. So when you are doing research on what type of movements to combine into your routine or to add into your routine, you're gonna search by muscle. So quad exercises, and then go into Google and search like anatomy of the quad and figure out what those muscles are called, and then say like, oh, I want, you know, this hip abductor exercise or whatever, and just search hip abductor exercises instead of like, you know, leg exercises, so you can target specific parts of the leg that you want to target. I personally like to combine more sets, less reps, and focus on just pushing as much weight as I can, because that's where I feel it the most, and then getting off and fatiguing that muscle with light weight and heavy reps or high reps. Will I always do that? No, I won't. Sometimes it's just about keeping your heart rate up, making sure you're burning those calories, make sure that blood is flowing, and you know, it just is what it is. Because honestly, sometimes when I don't feel it and I get up the next day and I was just like, oh, that workout was whatever, and I start walking, I realized that it was not just whatever, it was like fucking horrible, and I killed it. So sometimes you just got to trust the process. Sometimes you just got to be there for the ride, the journey, because you're not always going to be up for it. You're not always going to be feeling it. and that just is what it is. I want to say I answered your question. I'm really hoping I answered it. Like I said, I didn't want this to be like super formal. I didn't want this to be like so incredibly put together to where it's like hard to understand, because honestly, like I said, I'm just one of those types of people where like I'm human, and I'm not gonna sit here and tell you like, you know, this is the perfect proper form and the, you know, very specific way of doing this, and if you're not doing it this way then you're fucking wrong. Like, just get in the gym and lift some heavy fucking weight. Don't let the fear of feeling like you're gonna fuck something up like stop you, because I feel like that is a very serious reality for a lot of people. They get in there and they are scared that their form's gonna be off, so they don't want to attempt it, or you know, they're gonna be looked at weird, or just get in there and attempt that fucking weight. Honestly, like, record yourself. Another big thing, if you're feeling like you're not doing something right, record yourself. If you're feeling it in a place where you're not supposed to be feeling it, like if you're feeling an exercise in your back when you should be feeling it in your glutes, stop, go to Google, look it up. You know, like, you have the ultimate power of the internet at any given time of the day, so use it. You know, don't think that YouTube isn't here for you. There's like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of fitness Instagrammers, fitness YouTubers you can reach out to, people that will teach you the proper form. Just go and look for that information. Go seek this knowledge, because you deserve to know it, and everybody deserves to have the physique that they desire. Alright, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. It is literally about to start raining, so I think we just killed it on timing, but I always appreciate you guys like coming and tuning in with me. If you have any other questions, like always, put them down in the comment box below, or follow me on TikTok, let me know on there, or follow me on Instagram and let me know on there, because I am going to try to answer all of these questions to the best of my ability by also keeping it real and not too fucking dramatic. So I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Bye guys.